I am here speaking with Lily Gershon. She is one of the organizers of the Ithaca Freeskool. Lily, thank you so much for talking with me this afternoon.
Sure, no problem.
Just to get us started, I was wondering if you could explain for me what the free school actually is.
Well, the free school is a group of people, all volunteers, who go around trying to get people to teach free classes. So pretty much what we do is we try to encourage people to teach, and we believe that anyone can teach something, even if they're not an expert. We also go and coordinate with other organizations that are already doing free education and pretty much create a platform from which the organizations and individuals can teach and share in our community.
And how did this program get started in the first place? What was the inspiration behind getting this together?
So one of the organizers of the past, or a couple of them, they were out in Santa Cruz, California, and they saw free school over there that's been running now for, I think, at least a dozen years, maybe more actually. And so free schools actually are around the country, and there's, I believe, some in Canada as well, if not other parts of the world. But they were very inspired by the one in Santa Cruz, and when they came home, they decided to try it out here. So it started very small with just two people and, a one-page sort of calendar, and it's grown since then, and that was back in 2007.
I'm wondering, you mentioned that this was kind of a partnership between maybe groups who were already doing this kind of skill share, but who all kind of runs these classes? Like, how much of the community are we talking here?
Well, it's really different. First of all, we collaborate with a lot of other groups. So we've collaborated with Recycle Ithaca's Bikes, with Buffalo Street Books, with a number of other places that already have free classes, and we're adding new places all the time. Right now, we're looking to partner with the Latino Resource Center and So Green and other places that already offer free things. Also, the Ithaca Generator has jumped on board as well. So when they have free things, we incorporate that into the calendar, but we also just go around to individuals. So we send out a call for teachers every 3 times a year. And so we're talking about just people in our community who are interested in sharing something, whether it's gardening or a book group or bike maintenance, just people in the community that maybe see our ad or have heard of us or friends of ours, and we say, hey, you're pretty good at this, or you know a lot about this. Why don't you teach a class? And so we've had kind of a variety of people signing on to do that.
And what are some of the more interesting or kind of unusual classes that you've seen come up in the years that you've been working with the free school?
Well, we always have in certain genres. We always have some sort of book group. There's been classes on, for example, car repair or fixing a tire, basic car maintenance things for women specifically. So one of our things is trying to create a non-intimidating environment and an air of inclusivity. And so that was an interesting class. Right now I'm participating in a class called Ballet Folclorico de Ithaca, which is a Mexican traditional dance. And there was an origami class. There's an urban ethnobotany class coming up this next semester. So all over the place, from water catchment to mushroom hunting to more political matters such as classes about fracking, classes about Facebook and issues having to do with that.
So if we think about all these different kinds of opportunities that people might have to come and learn these different skills, what has the community reception been just in terms of, maybe the number of people who you actually have enrolling in a certain semester?
It's interesting. Actually, right now, the Ithaca Free School is trying to really put some statistics together. And we've never actually done this. We've never been an official nonprofit. And now we are taking steps towards that goal. And so that includes having to get a lot of statistics, which we don't really have. But I know that it's grown a lot because we started off with very few classes. And at our maximum now, we've had up to 40 classes. And that number has grown a lot. So we've increased the number of classes. I know that more and more people are reaching out to us, and knowing that we're here and wanting to teach, wanting to participate. So I don't have any specific numbers for you, unfortunately, but I know that it's definitely grown since 2007.
So, what is on deck for this summer? I understand that the Free School is releasing their summer calendar in the next few days. What kind of classes might people be able to sign up for?
Okay, well, coming up, so we have a lot of dance classes this semester. We have ballet, so traditional ballet for beginners. We have the traditional Mexican group, Ballet Folklorico, and we have Israeli folk dance. So that's on the movement side. And we have a lot of different yoga classes. We have, as I mentioned earlier, urban ethnobotany. We have learning to knit. We have cheese making class. We have the Ithaca Fixers Collective, where you can bring in some broken item and they will try to help you fix that item. Certain design, like computer design courses offered at the Ithaca Generator. We have a class on electric bikes. We also have a bike maintenance and repair clinic. So those are just some of the few classes that we have. We'll be releasing our calendars this Friday. We'll be having a little get-together, a release party at Studio West on Martin Luther King Street from 7 to 9 on Friday. And, there you'll be able to pick up the calendars. We'll also be doing little workshops on screen printing and pop-up paper art, which is a class that I'll be teaching in the summer. And we'll be teaching you how to dance. And also the Ballet Folklorico group will be doing a little performance. So we'll have a little bit of everything at that event.
Once people get their hands on this semester's schedule, how do they actually sign up to participate in the classes?
Well, each class has its own description, tells you who's teaching the class and gives you some sort of contact. And for a lot of classes, you just RSVP to that contact. And for a lot of them, you can just show up whenever you want. So it depends on the teacher. That's one of the great things about trying yourself out as a teacher for free school is that you can set the rules. You don't have to have a certain amount of days or a specific time. You can set the time, you can set the place, and you can set the rules. So if you just wanted to try something out, you can just try it one day in the summer and, set what time is good for you, set a location that's good for you, and decide whether you want people to RSVP or just pop in. So the teacher really gets to set up the way they want the class to run, so it's comfortable for them and works with their schedules. So it's really a good opportunity to try something out. If you've never tried being a teacher or tried having a group, this is a really great platform for that.
I mean, it seems like the free school is really democratizing education in a lot of ways and kind of learning skills. Why would you say that is an important thing to do?
Well, I think that in our society, a lot of mainstream education has a lot of problems. For example, the hierarchy of things. The hierarchy of things can really slow things down sometimes. If there's something new or a change in the way that people are thinking, it takes a long time for it to move up the ladder and then become something that's taught. With the free school, we're able to access things that are happening right now, in the present time, in the present place. So we're pulling on things from our community in our area, things that we care about, not something that maybe is outside of what we're interested in our place and time. And I think also the fact that people think, someone needs to be an expert to know this. I need to be an expert. I think it can be really limiting. I learned for myself that, for example, I could build something. I could build a house without having formal education. And that was very liberating for me because I thought, no, I can't do that. That's experts do that. I can't do that. Well, it turns out I can do that. And I can do that with guidance from people around me in my community, my friends, who already have this wealth of knowledge, whether it's from reading books or watching someone else. And I think that idea made me realize there's not just one way to get solid education that's useful.
Well, Lily, if this is something that people are interested in getting involved in, where can they find more information?
Yeah, so we have our website, which is ithacafreeschool.org, and that's a great way to reach us. We also have a Facebook page, for better or for worse, and you can find our calendars throughout town at the co-ops and at different coffee shops, etc. But yeah, the best way to reach us is online, and you can find a lot of information over there. And we'd love to hear from you.
I have been speaking with Lily Gershon. She is one of the organizers for the Ithaca Freeskool. Lily, thank you so much for talking to me this afternoon.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.